We are live, and this is another episode of today's Q&A. And today we're coming at you with a question from Chelsea. So she asked, I wonder how others would handle this, but I got a call and they said, what do you cost to sell a home? In other words, what do you charge? And I said, well, it depends. I need to see the house and what kind of marketing plan we would use. Where is your house? They said where it's at. I said, can you just tell me how much you charge? She said, well, it's not clear. It depends. Is it my commission only or is it the others? He said, yes, just yours. You're just not giving me an answer. She says, I can give you an answer when I see your house. He said, well, is it like 1%, 2%, 3%? She said, anywhere in that range from my side, but I need to see the house to answer it. How much would you be offering to the cooperating side? He said, oh, the other side too. So 3 and 3, 6% question mark. That's way too much. Well, no, that can vary too. Total could be less if I have a buyer already for your home and so forth. He goes, okay, thanks. I'll call back. Click. She says, I don't think he'll call back. I can see a few places I can improve, but would like an answer so that I'm not on the defensive. He was really aggressive and wouldn't give up his information. But I'm going to look him up and see if I can go back and win it. What would you have done? Okay, cool. So this is a really good question because we face this a lot. People want to know what we charge, and they are going to determine basically if they're going to meet with us based on how we respond to that question. So I think the key is to understand psychologically what they're after, their personality type, etc. Now, not everybody who wants to know the commission before they meet with you is the same personality type, but oftentimes what I find is a lot of them are the analyticals. And so they don't see any value in meeting with somebody if they're not going to be at least in the game as to what they're thinking the commission should be. Because oftentimes those personality types don't like interacting with people they don't know. It's not comfortable for them, so they don't want to have this uncomfortable experience with another person, especially when there's no chance of doing business because you're too high on the commission. So I think in order to get away from the defensive, what you're going to want to do is present information. Like I see this a lot even in our role plays in the morning where people are kind of deflecting the question, and then they get into the cycle like you see in this conversation where they're like, you're not answering my question. So the way that I like to answer this question is, hey, we have a menu of options all the way from 0% to the top percent that you charge, right? Whether that's 5%, 6%, 7%, whatever the top percentage that you would charge somebody is, 8, 9, 10, whatever that is, just say we have options, a menu of options from 0 to 10%. Depending on the amount of marketing that you want us to do and that we feel like is necessary to get you top dollar for the home, we can pick the program that makes most sense for you. So when we sit down, I'll show you this percentage is related to this amount of marketing and so on and so forth. But we truly have options all the way from 0% all the way to, whatever percent. And I think that's going to help open them up a little bit. They still might be a little bit inquisitive, but then it's coming from a positive information. It's not like, hey, I have to see my house. Because I can see why they might say, well, what does my house have to do with how much you charge? Whereas when you attach it more to what we're going to spend in marketing, and the amount of marketing may differ because maybe this home doesn't require as much marketing to sell, that might make a little more logical sense in their mind as to, okay, I'm gonna let them come by and show me what they got. Just know that if this personality type is what I'm thinking it is in most cases, which is a hyper analytical, in that case, setting them some information ahead of time in an email format, those types of things can be really actually positive. I know in sales we kind of teach don't do that. That can be the mark of death. But knowing this particular personality type pretty well, you don't need to give away the farm with what you send, but the more information you can send out, the more that they're going to be attracted to, meet with you and want to do business with you. So anyways, hope this helps. But again, attach the connection to how much marketing dollars are spent and how much is needed to truly get you top dollar. And I think, along with the menu of options, you'll probably have a much better shot at, opening these people up and getting the meeting that you're looking for. So anyways, hope this helped, and we'll catch you on the next one.